One of my favorite backdrops in green screen backdrops here in my office is just that. The, the imagination of folks, of artists, of graphic artists that can look at their childhood, can think into where they are today and to express it. If you walk through my home, you'll see fine paintings of places that I've spent time at, on rivers and on lakes, great pictures that have been drawn by children with their imagination on full blast, not afraid to express it and to bring it out. Other prints that are from fine operas from around the world, a lot of different things. But the point is this, when I think about this, is that a lot of times people's creativity is stifled by their environment, their ability to express themselves without fear, their inability to express themselves because they come from a position of weakness. I do mean weakness. They're afraid of what other people are thinking about them, what they might think, what they might say, what they might do behind their back, whatever else it is. And it's kind of sad because really, as human beings, we're about to express ourselves. We take that inner child of ourselves and project it in a positive way, hopefully in a positive way, because our imagination is one of those things that say, hey, we can do this, we can do that, we can make it happen. But yeah, a lot of people operate from a position of fear, right? Of failure, as the old saying goes, is more dreams have gone to the graveyard in people's minds of fear than ever through failure. And that's a sad thing to me as I look out and I look out across my peer group as they've aged and they've maybe not made it as far as I have, or are struggling about where they are today, or some of them are actually embracing where they are and moving into the forward, moving into the future. And kudos to them, because hopefully I've been able to provide a little bit of direction and ability for them to grab hold of their sense of well-being, their vigor, their vitality, their energy, their imagination, and their finances, their ability to create residual income and grow and to build and have legacy for their families and to do so. But I also look at many folks that I truly appreciate their relationships with through time, who also find themselves in a state of doubt, of fear, of just abject disappointment. And doesn't have to stay that way. In fact, if you're watching this, some of you folks, you know what I'm talking about. It doesn't have to stay that way. You don't have to live in a state of decrepitude and exhaustion. You can move into a state of vitality and energy. Regardless of where you've come from and where you are today, you can stop that baseline and move forward. You know, as I always say, is that creativity oftentimes is fostered in the minds of men of freedom. Women too. I don't mean men as maybe just mankind. But yeah, I'm a man. I'm not confused about that. I don't do pronouns or that sort of thing. What I do know is this, is that as human beings, we all deserve the right to own our life. And if we voluntarily give it up, then that's what you do. And you voluntarily give it up to maybe a group of people that, well, really don't deserve that right to direct and to own your life, but you gave it to them to give that direction. So, hey, if you're looking to do something more, regardless of your age, I do mean age, a lot of times it takes a little bit of maturity. As I always say, that cross line is somewhere around 22, 25, where the prefrontal cortex sort of comes together and fuses together, and there's a sense of direction. But as we go on and we become those older adults, and we become those parents, and you become those grandparents, and as you leave then the career behind and you project into the future, the point is this. So what are you going to do? And how are you going to do it? And what sort of purpose are you going to have in order to get from where you are to where you really can imagine, like this, whatever this is behind me, right? To where you want to be. I don't know. Do you? But I do know this, is that if you decide that you've got to own your life, If you decide that you want to live in vigor and vitality, if you decide that you want to change the trajectory of prosperity from where you are today to where you really can imagine you could be, then you'll get hold of me. And maybe I'll reach out to you. Maybe you'll hear from me. You never know. But I do sincerely hope for you that you decide at the end of the day that you are worth it, that you are worthy, because there is greatness in you. I know that because you were born golden from golden. And regardless of what the trials and tribulations of life has brought to you or to those things, people around you, I do know that you are worthy. And you are worthy beyond your possible dreams and imagination. And this is just a little hint of somebody's imagination. And I love it. All right. Take care. Be well. Coach Richard from the office today. Bye bye.